Okay.
DC here. Hi guys. Well, maybe some of you remember it's quite a while back actually, I made a video with my brother. He was talking about drive-in movies and things like that. But now actually he's going to show us how to make sausage. Or at least a crash course on how he makes sausage. So I'll let it to you now.
Okay. So the sausage, basically the recipe comes from what I call the sausage Bible. It's great sausage recipes and meat curing, which has oodles and oodles of recipe, but of course anyone that goes on the web will find a sausage recipe. I'm using a basic coarse bratwurst sausage recipe, in which I add a pound of bacon and also a pound of yellow-aged cheddar. Now, of course, in sausage, I'll buy the cheap kind of yellow-aged cheddar that you sell at Walmart.
You mean cheddar cheese, right?
Huh?
Cheddar cheese you put in your sausage.
Cheddar cheese.
Okay.
And bacon.
Okay.
As well as pork.
Just a quick question.
The basic spices for bratwurst are mostly like salt, obviously, like any sausage, mace, nutmeg, and ginger. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, is there a difference? Big difference, sorry? Yeah.
I'm making it in a cooked version. So it's going to be like pre-cooked in the oven, and after that, when you cook it, you just have to kind of basically like fry it and heat it up, and instead of the fresh version.
A quick question, actually. Now, the machine there, so the sausage maker that you have, is that easy to find?
This is hard to find. It's an antique. In fact, you can still buy this new from the company called ChopRite in the United States. It's in cast iron. With it's tinned inside. It's not directly on the cast iron. And this is basically predecesses the company ChopRite. It's called Enterprise. And this is like probably built, not really 100 years ago, but probably getting close to 100 years ago.
Okay.
Because Enterprise was bought by ChopRite.
Okay, and a quick question again. Where do you get the cake, like when you, yeah, exactly, those things. Which, I mean.
These things here?
Yeah, which look like condoms, but I know they aren't, so.
They are, yes, of course. And if you buy them used, they're a lot cheaper.
Yeah, I can imagine. I don't think the sausages would be quite as good.
Now
we got to be careful. We get flagged here if we get into this, so we got to be careful.
This is collagen casing.
Collagen casing. You can buy that easily?
I can either order from internet.
Okay.
I can get it at my local butcher shop. He makes sausage, so I can buy some from him.
Okay.
These ones, in fact, the last time I was in the States on a business trip, there's these mega like Bass Pro Shops, and it's like mega sporting hunting goods stores, and they always have sections in these on like smoking and curing and making all kind of stuff, because the hunters like to make that kind of stuff with their game.
Okay, yeah. Do you have actually? I know you're getting ready to make sausage, but do you have any fixed products around that you could just like put on the table and show, or?
Well, now the meat's already in the tube, in fact. It's already mixed up.
Oh, it's in there. Okay, yeah.
I already put it, yeah, because honestly, just taking, I'll tell you what, it's because the ground pork was like 99 cents a pound in special today, and that's even cheaper than when I bought a whole hog and had it butchered,
It is, yeah. Could you bend down a bit so we can actually see your face as well, Alex? That's
sure.
It's much more photogenic.
So basically, because the pork was real cheap, I decided to buy 2 5-pound bags, have them chop it up straight up, put one in the freezer for further use.
Okay. And
now I'm making the sausage with this one.
Okay. So now, actually, the next step is actually just pressing it into the
tube. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll get to that.
Okay. Gee, guys, this is pretty interesting, isn't it? I mean, I've never actually made sausage myself, so.
When I make the breakfast sausage, what I use, when we have our own grain-fed chicken, I'll basically chop up chicken with the skin, because you have to have a certain amount of fat in sausage. If it's too lean, it's not going to work. Now the trick here is you're gonna pack it in, and this is the first time I use this bigger size casing, so I don't know how it's going to go. It's basically exploratory here. Yeah,
so actually it's coming out on both sides now, right? Or that is the
both
casing.
Sides?
Well, no, actually, you know what I'm seeing? Okay, I see what's going on here. It's with Skype, it's filling up. Okay, yeah.
It's filling up. I can get a little bit closer here for the...
No, it's all right. Yeah, I can see it okay now.
put it too full because one, you've got to turn them and like make it in links. You don't want it to break. So it does become an art of knowing how much you want to fill it. I'm used to it a bit more now with the smaller casing, but like I said, this bigger one, I don't know. Now the press has to be, it's clamped down to the counter because it does get quite hard.
I can imagine, yeah.
It depends on the consistency of the meat too.
Okay, so now what do? You just cut it?
No, I'm just running it through. No, I'm filling it as much as I can too.
Okay, so
I'll let it sit a bit on the counter just for the collagen to absorb some of the humidity, make it a bit more pliable.
Okay, I'm going to ask a quick question. So basically what you're doing, you're making a long sausage. And are you going to cut it up into bits now, or are you going to leave it, because here in Switzerland, we buy it actually, well, it can be almost a meter long. And either you cut it up or you cook it that way.
I'll twist it in links.
Okay, right, okay.
So I'm going to make links basically like this. You know, maybe 3 inches long because it's a bit thicker sausage.
Yeah, I can't see the sausage. Okay, yeah, I can see it now. Okay, yeah, perfect.
So, but I'll do that only once it's like all long on the counter.
Yeah, okay.
Like I said, I usually will do it only once the collagen has been absorbed a bit of humidity because it'll be a little less brittle. Because, you know, it's dry, this collagen, so it's going to have to watch out while it's still dry.
Okay, you don't soak it, you wouldn't soak it in water before, by any chance?
You don't. In theory, all the recipes that I've followed in books, I suppose it becomes too fragile if you soak it in water. Okay. Also, there's a question of, let's say I have a couple inches left over here because I don't really know how to exactly evaluate. If it's wet, it won't keep. Okay. Whereas if it's dry, you can just put it back in the cupboard. And
okay. So look, Alan, I'm getting up to 7 minutes. So actually, we're going to have to say it's probably going to be enough now for YouTube because by the time I get it up and everything, but I think people are going to find this quite interesting. So you can see, guys, that it's a bit in the family, I guess, to make our own things. I've made vids on showing how to make apple juice, sauerkraut, and different cooking, and my brother is into a lot of original things like that. And if we're lucky, maybe I'll show you how my dad makes maple syrup, or made maple syrup. Okay, so
by the way, there is a kind of basket. I didn't get it because it wasn't there at the store, but you can press fruit in that as well.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, so this is going to be DC and Brother DC signing off for this vid, and I hope you enjoyed it. Actually, this is the first time I've seen him make sausage. I've had it before, but I've never actually seen him make it. So this is great. Thanks a lot, and that's all, guys. Take care.